Welcome to another edition of the River City Hardball Podcast, the place to talk baseball here in Jacksonville. I'm your host, Andrew Gibson. Always a pleasure to welcome in our friend Zack Phillips, owner-operator of D-Bat Jacksonville. Zack, how we doing this morning, man?
Doing good, Gibby. Appreciate you having us on again.
Yeah, Zack, absolutely, man. It's always great to have you guys on. You do terrific stuff here in Jacksonville over at D-Bat. You guys have had a very successful year in 2021. Tell us why D-Bat Jacksonville has had such a great year.
Yeah, man, we've just, we've had great support from the city. I mentioned that before. We kind of, we came here a little bit on a whim from Atlanta. We were very successful up there, and we wanted to get into Florida, and we kind of just found took our finger and pointed it down on Jacksonville. Like I said, the city of Jacksonville has been great support, but I got to give a shout out to our team here. We have elite level instructors. You might be able to hear it right now. We got about a 25 person camp going on outside for the holiday. We got people already here hitting the machines. We got lessons going. It's crazy when kids are out of school. When kids are out of school and a holiday, like right now, man, a lot of our college guys are back right now. Actually, Luke Shanahan's out there right now hitting from St. John's Country Day. He's over at Pensacola State. I got a guy, Andrew Bergeron, coming in a little bit later. He's a PV guy, but he went to IMG. He's up at Georgetown University. So, like I said, a lot of our college guys come in. They want to get in early, get their work in. But again, man, just touching on it, like our team is good. We had Dakota Jalila on here. We're running through it, man. We're doing our thing, and it's been a great year.
You guys have got some hardware to represent that great year that you've had. Show off a little bit of the hardware that D-Bat Jacksonville has garnered here in the last few months.
Yeah, man. So we we just had our annual D-Bat owners meeting in Dallas. We're at the point now. There's probably about 350 owners and GMs there. I can't say enough about our corporate office and the shindig that they put on. It's awesome. It's a great learning experience. You get to meet a lot of people, and then they make the festivities really fun. But so yeah, I got a couple things here. So we took home D-Bat memberships of the year. So there's 142 locations. We have the most memberships. So that was a big one for us. We were really hunting that one down. We got 3 of these actually. Myself, Trent Peterson, and Corey Warren. We won Owner Operators of the Year. And again, I give a lot of credit to our staff. The 3 of us still do lessons. It's what we've done for 10 years, but obviously we've dialed back how much we do just based on actually running the business side now, not just the instructional side. But that was a good one to win. This one's a little older, but I don't think we showed it off at all. But we actually won Rookie Franchise of the Year, not too long ago. That was a big one. That was one that we were really going after. It says a lot when out of roughly at the time when we won that one, there was probably about 110 facilities open. Of those 110, there was probably about 20 to 25 of us that qualified for that award. So to get that one, that was big. And then we were nominated for a few more, which once again, with the bulk amount of facilities there are, that's always great just to be in the top 5 of the nominations. One was lessons. To my knowledge, of the 5, I believe we finished 3rd or 4th in that one. That's kind of just a total lesson output. Once again, I mean, our lesson game here is pretty big. We're working with a lot of the top talent in the area. And I believe our pro shop, we just here in the last year, we switched over and partnered up with Rawlings. Rawlings owns Easton. So, we do have we have a very fully stocked pro shop. You got everything in there from training to the actual bat, gloves, pine tar, bat tape, batting gloves, some apparel. Yeah, I think we finished second, actually, in that one. And there might have been another one in there, man. Like I said, I was taking a long walk in that big old building to get all these bats. And yeah, man, it was a great year. We're kind of already looking at projections, and it looks like we're getting more people in the door. We're trying to secure more partnerships with the local rec leagues, travel ball organizations, high schools. And just keep getting us out there, man.
It's exciting stuff for sure. Zack Phillips, owner operator of D-Bat Jacksonville, joins us right now here on River City Hardball, and it's great stuff that you guys have accomplished so far. And I'll tell you what, Zack, you guys probably need a bat rack or something to put all those trophies on these days.
Yeah, Corey was just in here, and we were just talking about it. And he was like, "Hey, man, I'm ordering us a bat rack," and I was like, "It's all right. I already did it a week ago." So, so yeah, we do have a bat rack coming in. We're gonna try to get these up, and not that we're trying to flaunt them, but we just want to let people know the success that we've had, but we also want to put them up to thank again the Jacksonville baseball softball community here, for trusting us to bring their sons or daughters in and help them achieve their goals, and just fine tune them, just do what we do best.
Well, I think it's evidence to show the parents and the kids that you guys have in there to show that, hey, we get results here. We make things happen for the kids that want to come in here and young adults that want to fine tune their game. And I think you guys are showing the results of that with those trophies that you have. And you mentioned the lessons. Tell us a little bit more about your lessons. What do you guys provide in that area?
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, we're a very, very high lesson output facility. I would say we are one of the top ones in the country from a D-Bat standpoint. We do on a weekly average about 250, 275 lesson hours as a team. And to be honest with you, man, I don't want this to come off as cocky, but we didn't really have a thought that would be a struggle for us when we got here. Again, myself and my two partners, Trent Peterson and Corey Warren, that's what we did for almost 10 years in Atlanta. And all three of us won individual awards up there within the D-Bat family from instruction. And, it's something that just we gravitated to when we were in our, more early 20s, and it just took off for us. And, we've now made a very successful career out of it. We've grown so much when it comes to the lessons. Me personally, I tell people all the time when I started doing this 11 years ago, I really wasn't that good. I knew it worked for me as a player myself. And it's like I tried to implement what I did with every single, younger kid, older kid that I saw. And, you have to constantly be evolving. The game's really evolved a lot. Data's become a big part of it. And, I wouldn't say that, we're the, data rats here, but there's still a lot. If you're a really good instructor, there's still a lot that you can see and talk about and approach and et cetera, et cetera. I could go on without data, but it is a necessity, and we're trying to educate a lot of people with that. We have some of those tools here where you can, we can just put a blast cap, goes on the knob. We go out there, we're getting bat speed. We're getting, the bat angle as it's working through the hitting zone. And a lot of that, as you educate yourself on it, teaches you like what the body is physically doing. And when you show that stuff to parents, because parents are still trying to catch up, baseball's been a little behind when it comes to that type of stuff. It makes all the difference in the world. And, they kind of, a lot of times parents may just come in, they're like, we just want that generic kind of basic, help my son or daughter maybe hit the ball a little bit better, throw the ball a little bit harder. But then when you can provide them some of those numbers and, kind of give them, the expectations based on the goals now that they're changing to, now it's like, wow, I really see that, it's not that we're behind, but there's a lot more that we can touch on this. They, like I said, they entrust us, and kind of that point, man, I didn't even think about this, but I got a couple cool things here. So, a lot of people know that we have a D-Bat Wall of Fame here. To get up on the Wall of Fame, you you have to have either signed to play in college or were drafted, and you have to train here with one of our instructors. And I'll put this out there. If someone came and they trained here for maybe a month, they did like 2 or 3 sessions. I don't know if we'd put them up. We kind of look for the longevity of someone. Again, once someone kind of puts that trust within us and carries it out, and we feel that we had help in getting them to the next level. So we're pretty stingy about who goes up on our wall, but I actually got a couple here. We have Sage Dennis, who just signed and committed to Clary University in Michigan. She works with our softball instructor, Mike Ellison. He's got his own program. It's called Pure Power Pitching. He's got girls coming from all over the state. We got Kyra Brenneman. This is a Creekside girl. She's going to Carnegie Mellon in Pittsburgh. It's actually right next to the University of Pittsburgh. Who else do we have here? We got try to run through them quick. We got Austin Epley. He just committed and signed to go to Central Florida State College. I know he's very excited to get down there. Hayden Perry committed to Samford, Episcopal starting catcher. He'll be a middle of the order hitter for those guys this year. I've worked with both Hayden and Epley. And then kind of our big guy, I guess big school, not big guy. Hayden a little bigger than this guy, but we got Hunter Russell, who he's actually been committed to them for a while. I've been working with Hunter now for about 1.5 years. And kind of the cool thing with Hunter was he was already committed there. He did a lot on his own before he ever stepped in the doors here, but Hunter and his dad acknowledged an issue that he was having that needed to be addressed to play, at that level in the ACC at the University of Notre Dame. And since we've started to work together, we've been able to use some data, get some of those metrics and see where we're at and really improve on what it's going to take to be a starter, at that level. So, I just wanted to give a shout out to them. I will say they haven't come in yet, but we got Eli Maddox that'll be going up on the wall. He's a UNF commit.
Yeah.
We have Chloe Banks, who will be going up. She's an Oakleaf senior this year, softball, going to Purdue. And we have Max Hogg going up. He's going to George Washington. He'll be slinging some BBs for bowls this year. So I don't have their plaques yet, but all of them have trained, extensively here, put in a lot of sweat and a lot of hours here at D-Bat Jack. So we're excited to acknowledge them and get them up on our D-Bat Wall of Fame.
That's great stuff. The recognition by you guys of those terrific student athletes is great stuff. And I can't wait to get to know these guys and girls going forward. You guys really appreciate you becoming the title sponsor of this podcast going into 2022. And we're going to get to know a lot of these athletes that come and train with you guys. And I'm very much looking forward to that, Zach.
Yeah, no, man, we're excited for it too. We think it's going to be a great year. This has obviously been a really good partnership with you, and we're looking forward to taking it to the next level. And we agree, man. We love helping these kids, getting these kids more notoriety. So it's going to be a cool thing to not even only get some of the college guys, pro guys, high school guys that are walking through the door, but even trickle that down into, just our young 10, 11, 12-year-olds that are walking in here and, they go out and have a good weekend. We want to make sure that we're acknowledging, them too for the hard work that they're putting in and that the families are putting in, giving them the opportunity to get this extra work. So it'll be cool, for people to kind of see what we've partnered up to do. And like I said, man, just keep moving forward.
And you make a great point. All that recognition matters. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's college, pro, guys coming up as little tiny kids that just want to, come out there and play ball. And all that recognition matters, doesn't it?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And nothing makes a kid feel better. I mean, baseball, softball, man, it's a high failure sport. And that's one thing when I'm in my lessons that I preach a lot of is having the realistic expectations. it's because my point on that is, if you can keep your mind in a positive, confident spot, you can go so much further in this game. And that starts with the expectations, but it starts with understanding what is realistic expectations. I got kids that come in here all the time, a little on the younger side, and man, coach, I'm no good. I went 0 for 3. It's like, uh-oh, what happened? I say, man, well, I flew out to the warning track. Kid threw a low and away pitch. I hit backside, right fielder dove and caught it in the gap. And then I had a 12-pitch strikeout. And then my question is kind of like, well, what's the problem? Well, I didn't get a hit. It's like, well, no, that's the problem. The problem is that your goal is you have to get a hit, and you're going to fail at that, probably 60, 70% of the time, as opposed to, 30% of the time is how much success we're going to have at that. 40% of the time is success. So just trying to rein that in, but going back to the confidence, what we're doing as a partnership, we get these younger guys in here, like that's just going to be, for them to kind of get an interview or get some video out there and people acknowledging the success that they might have had in a prior week tournament or games. That's just going to keep them on cloud 9 and keep them enjoying it and having a good time and loving the game that we both love.
That's very well said, and I really appreciate you guys for doing that. It's stuff that I think needs to be recognized more. I think more often, and I hope that we're contributing to try to do that here with our partnership. And I can't wait to get it started coming up in 2022. Zack Phillips, owner operator of D-Bat Jacksonville. Man, I could do this all day with you. We could talk ball all day. I know you got a busy day ahead of you. Really appreciate a few minutes of your time this morning, and congratulations on all your success in 2021, and look forward to another very successful 2022. Thanks, man.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you having us.